This is your monthly love and relationship reading for the month of June, or whenever you see this. Love's the answer. You're feeling a bit of anxiety though. Okay. Love won't solve your problems, it says. You need to work on being independent. Oh no. Libras don't want to hear that. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do. You're afraid to get close to someone. They're scared to. Give them a chance. Okay. So let's see how you show up at the beginning of this month or whenever you see this. When I say at the beginning of this month, as I'm literally posting this like 3 weeks into the month. So stupid. I got the Four of Wands reversed and the World reversed. So kind of hiding away. It's like, not, like you don't want the world to see you, but it's also like, I don't want to be at home. It's giving like trying to reach a new conclusion. You've got like some kind of goal in mind that like I want to be married in 3 years or like it's something like that. And you're finding it hard to bring about this from happening. And here's why, okay? The Emperor, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Cups reversed. You desire to be extremely clear and in control of who it is that is the one for you. So first off, you want to still be the one in charge and calling the shots in your own life. No problem with that, but it is what it is. A second, Seven of Cups reverse. You want total clarity. You want it to be obvious. You want the angels to come down on high with trumpets and be like, Libra, it's them. They're the one. Like, commit to them today. You know, and it's like, it's just not really going to be like that. So, all right, your person. Okay. So I don't know if this is an X or if this is, it could be like an idealization actually. Why do I, okay. I'll go with that. Your ideal person. And this isn't the one, this is what you're idealizing them to be. Justice. You want them to be fair and balanced like you. You expect that they also are able to consider both sides, that they can act in accordance with what is right and what is wrong. Eight of Swords. You expect them to have a great deal of self-control and even some level of self-imposed restrictions. And Death. You expect them to be able to change and transform themselves. Five of Swords reversed. I think, okay, King of Wands. Like, this is like telling me basically you want them to be like you, to have the same expectations as you. So it's like a depersonalization of yourself onto other people rather than being open to them being whoever it is that they are in actuality. So let's pull that up because that's not helpful really anymore. My nose keeps itching. Sorry, I'm like looking like I'm picking my nose on camera, but I don't give a fuck. Ace of Cups reversed. So the most recent breakup or person that you were involved with giving mixed messages. So it's like, oh yeah, we're in a new love relationship. Like they're trying to say emotionally kind things to you, but like somehow they're not happy whenever they're around you. Three of Swords reversed. It's like they're trying to heal, move past heartbreak. Maybe you were like their comeback. What's that word? Where you like bounce back from like a bad relationship just to get right into another one. Rebound. It was a rebound. Two of Wands. They weren't willing to make any plans or even like dream about the future with you. Like if you, there was a hesitancy to even say like, oh, do you want kids one day? Or what if we moved in together? Like, let's plan for this trip. Like it's very hesitant. That's interesting. I think they were forthright with you at one time, but then slowly started to be more evasive or even manipulative over the truth and what was happening out of a desire to protect oneself. Interesting that the Empress comes back after this. I think they, on some level, were open to you and wanted to support you, to be a partner to you, like on a lot of levels. If you're showing up here as the Emperor, which by the way is your opposite sign's energy, Aries, you should know. I don't know why. But they're showing up as someone that is like nurturing and compassionate, and that life comes easily to. Three of Cups reverse, like, but lacking in support. Like they want a further level of support by a love relationship. But that brings a lot of anxiety for them because they know that they have a purpose and a calling, and then they're not going to just accept anybody. But their expectations aren't very high, neither are their boundaries. They're afraid of missing out on resources. They feel like they're in lack. They feel like they need to show their love is conditional. Like they feel that love is conditional. Therefore, they feel like they need to show up. They have, okay, so whoever this was, like they're kind of at a pretty high level of self-acknowledgement, like whether, I don't know why that is. They know that they need a partner, but they don't have proper expectations or boundaries. So they allowed you, my dear, to come in. And that's why they showed you mixed messages, because they know on paper, like, okay, Libra is a really kind person, or like, they should be a good match for me. And, why shouldn't this work? But yet they feel intuitively that it is not correct. They are very much in touch with their intuition, but they ignore it. So that was their issue. Now what I want to ask is, for Libra, how will they know? Two of Cups. Okay. It's not about them. So then what does this reading become? What does this reading become? What are we reading on right now? King of Wands holding you back. Okay, so your desire to be the center of attention, to be the shot caller, to be the leader, the teacher, and the know-it-all, I'm sorry to say, and this is a positive card, but that's what's holding you back. Okay, that's what's coming out. It's a self-imposed limitation because it's down to your concepts around right and wrong. It's leaving you emotionally unstable and feeling that love's conditional. If you don't follow like the rules of my morality to a T of what's right and wrong, then I am going to withdraw my emotional compassion for you. What the fuck? Okay, so what needs to change here for Libras? By the opinion of their guides and loved ones who want the best for them in their own best interest, if they would like to change, what would it be? Wow, Seven of Swords. Queen of Wands. There is a strategy of deception by your confident and charismatic nature to draw in resource by being sexy, attractive, fun, beautiful. There's a pattern of it's not even just a pattern, it's like a strategy. It's a strategy. Like, hey, hey, I get it. Trust and believe I get it. So why does that need to change? How is that harming Libra? Like, what's the problem with that? Hermit. It lacks depth. No, it's about the guiding light, the higher purpose. Ooh, the legacy. All that and a bag of kids. I was gonna say bag of tricks, but we're trying to move beyond that. It's like, to you, you're perceiving what legacy you desire and what your purpose is as being like having it all, eating your cake, and having and eating cake, comfort needs, sexual needs, little fairies to buzz around you and tell you how great you are. A transformation is here about your self-mastery and how people approach you and what they approach you for. Currently, they're approaching you for like healing beyond breakup because you're going to keep things light and lively. You're attracting people who are looking at you as a rebound. What the fuck has this reading become, my dear? Hopefully we can get to the bottom of this. What is the mastery that Libra is currently working on, able to make a major change? King of Cups, your own emotional fulfillment, victory, truth, honesty, real talk, what you actually feel. And the King of Cups has his own emotional satisfaction at heart. It's that calm presence, someone who is very well adjusted, self assured, but in a very quiet way. They're okay with taking the backseat. They're okay with not being noticed. They're okay with playing the support system. They have their own guiding light, and the guiding light is their purity consciousness. It's that all people in this world are just seeking love. Even the people that seem to have different morality, viewpoints, and choices, even people who have done wrong or, in our eyes, done evil. Everyone is just doing what they do in search of love. And I don't just mean a bit of good feelings or a kiss or hold hands or a romantic dinner or even like the love of a parent and a child. I'm talking like ultimate, universal, beyond this world love. Your victory going forward is to master this part of yourself that can move with the environment while still maintaining your emotional center, that life is always working out for you, that you will be victorious because your heart is leading your voice and your choices, your expectations for yourself and for others. You've got to go beyond the superficial. And you're ready to do so with the Death card. But this is an ongoing journey. Wow, 8 of Wands. Something's going to come in that's going to shock you. And it's not going to tear everything apart, but it's going to be like, oh, okay, like a recognition. Wow. Where you don't have your own guiding light. The star reversed. Not right now. That's crazy. That's actually very deep for a silly little love reading, but that's the ultimate basis of what all this is. You're looking for yourself in others and in relationship. You've looked around at other people and said, what are they doing? They're getting married. They're having kids. They're creating a legacy. They've got career success. They have long-term relationships. They look like they're happy. I need that too. But, searching for things that look like other people are enjoying them. And you're like, hey, I want to try that. That's wholesome and understandable. But you were missing the recognition of why those people actually were happy, because they felt it deeply. It's not logical. It's not explainable. It's like a lightning bolt to the system. And it is integrated so like down to the core of ourselves that you can't turn away from it. You can't ignore it. It doesn't go away. You could make any excuse you'd like to as to why it can't be true, but there's no running away from that type of recognition. And that is why. And you're looking too closely at the details and at the superficial things, and too hard and too critical about it as well. Just my opinion. I mean, don't be so hard on yourself. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, and who could, doubt that Libra's weakness is going to be relationships? 9 of Pentacles, a dependency. Can you be happy alone, in silence, by yourself, with no one looking, no one watching, no one talking? It's balance. 2 of Pentacles came up. The ship is out of control. Someone needs to grab the wheel. That person is you. Yes, another devil situation. So let's talk about it. The Empress. It's the Empress. You're being very forceful right now, okay? And life has positioned you uniquely. If you're hearing this reading and so far you're understanding some of what I'm saying, this is where we're at. There's a forcefulness trying to make life happen, wanting to be in control. See, we came up with the Emperor. Remember, I said this is your opposite signs energy. That's Aries. That's taking the reins, jumping, leaping into action. The Empress sits back and waits for things to come to her. She's receptive. She's open. People seek out her guidance. They like her for her warmth and her beauty, her magnetism. These are all Libra qualities. They're all Venusian qualities. A source of abundance by taking seeds and nurturing them to fruition, like actually bearing fruits in whatever way that might manifest in the world, whether that's planting a tree or having a child. Man or woman doesn't matter, but if you're a Libra, it's down to in what ways are you open and receptive to what life actually is, how people actually are showing up. If someone is coming towards you, are you projecting your ideal personality and desires onto them? Are you open to how they're actually showing up, faults and all? Are you open to whatever faults you might see as not being faults at all? What do you need to have the courage to do now in order to progress for your own best interest? That's the Queen of Swords reversed again. So, in speaking about, okay, the way that you have a very line in the sand, hard, like certain and crystallized vision of what is right and what is wrong creates so much more chaos and friction in your life. You need to know that. With everything that happens around you, there is a silver lining. Yeah. But it's also the idealizations as well. Some things are painful and sad and don't feel great. So there's this resistance to acceptance. So that leads into what? Escapism, fantasy, delusion, distraction. So then what can Libra do today to be a better match for the relationships of tomorrow? Again, stop focusing on relationships. I hate that. So I'm trying to get you what you want to, but it's saying no. It's saying this has nothing to do. You need to spend some time alone. You need to focus on being independent. You're afraid to get close to someone. They're scared to give them a chance. I mean, I think that the people that you gravitate towards often are also participating in escapism and lacking authenticity. And the more time you spend with yourself, the more you can foster a greater understanding of what your authenticity looks like. Like who is Libra? Who is the person I'm speaking to? And now I feel called to grab an archetype card for you, the person that is watching this right now. Give us an archetype card for them so that they can better understand who they are and what they have to offer other people, as well as what their needs are. Okay. Pull this out reversed. And this as well. Interesting. Thief and Avenger. So right now, stealing creative ideas or money. I'm not, okay, listen, I don't know if you're stealing money, but like just stealing ideas, money, affection, resources. You're stealing resources, ideas, or affection, or other powers you think you lack. When the idea is there is potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. You don't need to take from anyone. You don't need anyone else. That's the message of this Two of Cups reversed. The things that you're looking for to take from other people, say, oh, they're really cool. They're really creative. They're really popular. They have a lot of money. You know, they're very loving. They're giving love to everyone. I want some of that. You have all those things within yourself, even money, resources, values. You have ways of gaining resource within you. I mean, you're showing up as a motherfucking empress. I can think of no better card to show me someone that is very powerful in gaining resource, but it's the acknowledgement. You have to have this bolt of acknowledgement of like, oh my God, I didn't even realize, but like all those things that I look for in other people, I need to acknowledge that they exist within myself. Or else it's going to be this constant chasing and avoidance and like round and round. You're never really getting close to people. You're not open to who they actually are. They're just using you too, devil. And the Avenger. Now, this is Libra shit right here. Resorting to violence in the name of a cause. You know, if you, and look, they're wearing like a cloak of the world. If you have a heavy focus right now on the injustices of people in other countries, people around the world, people that you have no access to and no control over what's happening, watching a lot of news, you're living on X or on Twitter, whatever you want to call it, or Blue Sky, or whatever it is. And everything is about like the injustice of the world, and you're so hyper fixated on that. You know, that's something that's being called up. It's like that can be a strength, but you need to recognize first the values within yourself. In the light of the energy of the Avenger, desire to balance the scales of justice. Okay? Righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. And I mean, that is elemental to who you are. And that's okay. But what is true justice? I think that is a lifelong pursuit that can be something very special that, you know, the truth that you come up with can be very special to share with the world and to transform people, to galvanize people, and probably not in the way that you think. You know, are we going to march in the streets? Maybe. Or are we going to radically love ourselves and look to ourselves and within ourselves for what is valuable and what is authentic, and then display that proudly because we have the courage to? We know we come from a compassionate place. We know that no matter what anyone says about us or does to us, rejects us, or, you know, doesn't vibe with our belief system, we can still love ourselves and let them go in peace. It's just the building of faith and trust in oneself as well as humanity at large. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's get a card. I said a card. I'll pull the deer for you. It's what you're working with right now. Card number 36. Betraying yourself for others, being disloyal, sabotaging yourself, breaking promises, being unreliable, feeding disappointment, feeling disappointment. Feeding. Yeah. The deer, the spirit of loyalty. Keep your promises. Be faithful to yourself. If you made a promise to your heart, fulfill it. If you said you were going to do something, do it. Let your word be worth trusting. If you have abandoned your dreams in the past, you need to break from the cycle of self-sabotage and be there for yourself. This will teach you the love you deserve and will set the bar high for anyone who comes into your life. Love starts at home. That's 4 of Wands. So, meaning how you love each other. What? Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Love starts at home, meaning how you love yourself and how you treat others sets the example for how others will treat you. Why can I not read this? How you love yourself and how you treat yourself sets the example for how others will treat you. So now it's time to be your ally and not your accomplice. By being honest with yourself. Interesting. Like right now, being your accomplice. Oh, well, they were just a mess. They wouldn't open up, or they ran away, or they did this, they did that. They weren't doing right. You know, whatever their belief systems were, they had some toxic attitudes, or they, weren't on the same side as me about the Israel-Palestine thing or something. It could very well be something like that. But that's being your own accomplice, the thief in its negative aspect. Are you the getaway driver for your own negative impulses and behaviors of depersonalizing issues on other people and making it all about them and what they didn't do? Or are you taking responsibility for what's actually in your control? Because you're showing me that you have the desire to control aspects of your life. You want to take charge of it. But then you're looking to everyone else as like, they did this to me, they said that to me. Have you been keeping the promise you made to yourself? Can you trust yourself that you will succeed? If the answer is yes, deeply honor yourself by standing up for what you believe. If the answer is no, it's time to work on it. And I think standing up for what you believe, when we're talking about these matters of like world justice and things like that, those things can happen a lot more authentically than like a rage against the machine energy. That's authentic too, but it's from a place of like a lot of righteous anger, which has its time and place. But if you're showing up to me as the Empress, that's the world mother. And there's even a deer on this card, like someone who is soft and gentle, who is vulnerable, compassionate, that is not the crusader to bring justice to all those who deserve it, but to bring justice to those who need it. So, what's the difference between these two things? This is punishment. This is recompense. I really have nothing else to say. That's ultimately it. You're trying to bring punishment to people when your role is to bring recompense to people who have been wronged, because this is God's world. What goes on here is beyond understanding a lot of times, and it's far beyond logic, and that's some bullshit. I'm here with you. But I don't know why. This is showing me that as a Libra energy, you're here to make things right to the victims and not bring justice to the perpetrators, but also have the compassionate wisdom to see that there is both victim and perpetrator in damn near every person that exists on the planet. Your angels, guides, and loved ones have something to tell you. Speak up and speak out. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. Wow. Open your heart, not just a little, but all the way, and let the love flow in. So this reading and your guides are not asking for you to silence yourself. But they're saying that your vision of what you have to give to the world is a little skewed because you've been denying a part of your heart and a part of the openness that you have to what is coming in towards you, where people are in reality, their own authenticity. And it's a part of becoming. So this period in time looks like you're going to be spending a little bit more time outside of connection and relationship so that you can really become very strong and connected deeply to who you authentically are and what you have to share with the rest of us. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If you like that, please like and subscribe. I also have rising sign readings already posted on my channel, so go check those out. Maybe this reading today wasn't about finding your true love, but the true love is in here for all of us. And once you get in touch with that, then it can be reflected in other people. And it's not just one soulmate, it's everybody. And it's really cool to be in that space, and you deserve that more than anybody. So take good care of yourself. I love you. Bye.